Day 293. Day ratings is 7. Going with a scary, creepy, low light again. Just trying to wind down. It's been a long day. Did 11-mile run. That's what I was pulling up on the tablet. Then I almost dropped it. Good one. So the first mile, it was kind of sore. So I still had that kind of golf ball knot in my right hamstring. I didn't massage it out nearly as much as I should have. I didn't hydrate nearly as much as I should have to flush it out. So I had a feeling going in is going to be an issue. And it kind of was. It was a little bit cooler than I would have liked. And that doesn't help the muscles warm up at all. But the first mile was 7:50, which I thought, okay, it's under 8. We're good. Not in a bad position. Excuse me. And then tried to go from there, keep it easy. And I felt, you know what, we can go 7:30s and probably hold there. And the next mile was 7:29. I was like, great, yeah, 7:30 is going to feel great today, so let's just hang in there. Then I went 7:19. I was like, okay, that's different. I didn't think I picked it up that much, but if we're feeling good, let's hold in the 7:20, 7:30 range. Then mile 4, 7:21. Mile 5 is 7:21. And the splits on this with mile 4 was 7:21.6. Mile 5 is 7:21.7. If that's not pace, then I don't know what it is. I know if I can just do that on the track, but just much quicker. So then back to mile 6, 7:28. Mile 7 is 7:30. So that, okay, I slipped off a little bit. Let's refocus. I think my head was just kind of drifting off to, you're fine. You found the rhythm. Just keep going. So I tried to refocus and finish the last 3 miles strong without being pressing the pace. And then went back to 7:24, 7:23, 7:20, then 7:17. So I thought that's a good finish for not having the best of days. A little cooler weather, and it got a little windy too. So I'm sure that wind kind of helped pick up the pace on the way back. I then came back, tried to have my protein smoothie, and I was just cold. I couldn't get warm, and I probably sat down for 20-30 minutes too long and tried to and I had a jacket on. I just didn't try to put warm-ups on too, like for my legs, or took a shower right away. But I just waited too long, so I was just cold. So drinking this smoothie, I just got colder. So I was like, let me put this down, go have a hot shower. So I did that, came out, and was like, okay, now I need to eat, and I feel really hungry. Couldn't decide what to eat, so I said, let's get out and try to walk the dog before and then get going. So dog didn't want to go for the walk again. You can see her. Can't see her. She's asleep. But she held in. She sat in the kennel again. So trying to get her to get outside and go for a nice walk before any of the other dogs or other people were outside. Didn't want to go. Said, okay, I'm gonna go get ready. Went to Costco trying to look for some earphones for my dad. They didn't have any. They either had the really small ones that just kind of sit for casual talking, nothing for really the gym or running. Then they had the other ones that were still wireless, but they had a little bit of the ear, the wires that connect from one side to the other. But the bad things with those is they have the volume control on one side, and then this one had another pairing thing on the other side. And it said it had 2 pair in there from Costco for like $80, which I thought, okay, it sounds good, but maybe that quality isn't great then. And he said he doesn't like that dingling, because when he starts running, it'll start swinging and start pulling on the ear, or they'll come out of the ear. So try to look for those ones that just sit kind of above the top and hang in. and they didn't have any of those. So, like, dang it! Oh, I could go to Best Buy, but didn't go because it was a little bit out of the way. So I was like, I'll go tomorrow. So I went to try to go to the bookstore. What's it called? Secondhand bookstore, I believe is the name. To look for something for my sister-in-law. And on the way there, I turned right instead of turning left. But I ended up passing this new comic book store. So I walked in, asked her a couple of questions. But I couldn't remember if she was into a certain series or not. So I called my brother. He was at work, so we text back. And by the time I got another, I called him. He texted back. By the time I text him the question if she was into the series, he had said yes, but I already got in the car and left. I'm like, dang it. So gotta go back to the bookstore, comic book store tomorrow, and then Best Buy and go from there. But then while I was at Costco, I was like, you know what? Let me see if there's any other gifts I could find. I couldn't find anything that popped out at me for anyone. So I was like, I'm hungry, I'm gonna get something. So I thought about getting trail mix, was like, that's just a snack. Get food. So I went and got the hot dog, the $1.50 hot dog drink, and then a slice of pizza, which was great. I didn't feel like pizza much. I didn't know how feeling the one hot dog was going to be, and I definitely didn't want two. So I got one hot dog, one slice of pizza, and I was like, wow, I'm still hungry. But I feel like if I eat anymore, I'm going to pass out. And I have a movie to go to in about an hour and a half. So I'll head back, see if I get anything to eat. I'll walk the dog, and then before I meet my friend for the movie, I'm going to go to the grocery store and get a couple of snacks. So even if I do get tired, I can keep snacking on something all night, and I'll be okay. Not that Spider-Man was boring, it was just doing the long run and not eating enough, and then eating all of a sudden, and like my body's gonna go just start crashing. I didn't want to fall asleep with being in a movie I already know, and they're all kind of moments where it's in a lull, but also I didn't want to. The lights are down and it's a little bit chilly, so it's a good recipe for me to fall asleep. No lights, cold weather, or just being cold just puts me to sleep real quick. So got some snacks. They asked for chocolate. I wanted something. I got some of these sweet tarts. I didn't have too many of them. I only had like 4 or 5. And then I got some Mike and Ike's, and I had most of those, and some of the chocolate almonds, which are very addicting. I had some in the movie. I put them away, and about an hour later I had another 6 or 7. And I came home, I was talking to my friend on the phone, and I had another 6 or 7. I was like, okay, you gotta stop eating candy, you need food. So I'm trying to just go to bed so I can get up and hopefully have a good breakfast. But I'm hoping tomorrow I can also get in 2 runs. I'm sitting at, what am I sitting at? Let me look. 28.4 miles. So I'm hoping to somehow cover the next 11.6 miles to get in 40. I'll feel good for the week. So it's either 5.6 miles. Oh my God. 2 5.6 mile runs. Or a 6 and a 4. No, 6 and 5. Or 7 and 4. Anyways, something like that. But I'm done for the night. I need to read real quick before I go to bed. And tomorrow I just need to do a better job about eating and hydrating, because I've been slacking and I'm starting to feel it. It's starting to wear on me. So we'll see what happens. I'm also craving this little place, Garcia's, even though the coupon expired. Expired like a few days ago. I'm also craving Red Robin. I'll probably get to one of those tomorrow, but we'll see. Anyways, that's it for the night. Oh, good. Spider-Man is still good the second time, except it doesn't have that. It definitely didn't have that fun factor to it, as opposed to going to the first night with the opening night with fans that appreciated everything that happened and people coming back and phrases that were said and people that made appearances and the end credits and the jokes that were made and the emotion behind it. This one, there was a couple people laughing, but nothing. No one clapped, no one cheered, no one got teary-eyed. It was just kind of like, okay, it's a Marvel movie. Okay, cool, it's good. Let's get on with our night. But the first night, it was definitely an experience where people appreciated everything that had gone into it. It was that movie that I think we all wanted, and we all appreciated. It was almost like a movie with a lot of fan service, I guess you could say. So definitely have two different ways to appreciate the movie, which is fine. I definitely appreciate the first way as opposed to the kind of more spectator way. I appreciate that it's almost an event. Opening night. I just think it makes it a little bit more fun. But that's me. Anyways, gonna call it a night there. So run your life with health and happiness and have a good night.